Chapter 582. Lucy said, "Sister Zora, let me introduce the both of you. This is the friend that I mentioned to you before. Her name is Elaine. She enjoys playing mahjong, just like you, and she always has a very good hand in mahjong. She's always been willing to bet, and she is not a sore loser either." Elaine hurriedly said, "Hello, Sister Zora." Zora nodded lightly before she smiled and said, "It just so happens that I have always been missing another permanent mahjong friend. If you're interested, you can come here often to play mahjong with me and Lucy in the future." Elaine hurriedly replied, "Oh, that's really great. This is such a coincidence. I have a friend who I have been regularly playing mahjong with, but she is already going to the UK soon. I was afraid that I would not be able to find a friend to play mahjong with anymore." Zora took the initiative to stretch out her hand and said to Elaine politely and respectfully, "Hello, Elaine. I am Zora. Welcome to my house." Elaine quickly shook hands with her. After that, Zora said, "Oh, you see, my villa has basically been sitting idle after the renovation was done. So, I thought of using it as a venue for my sisters to play mahjong with me." Elaine could not help but feel a little envious of Zora. She could simply use such a big and luxurious villa to play mahjong. This meant that she was probably even richer than Summer. After that, Elaine quickly looked around the Beacon Top villa. The renovation and interior design of the villa were indeed very luxurious, but this villa was not as big as the one that Hazel had given to Alex. The villa that Hazel had given to Alex was the largest villa unit in the entire Beacon Top. Moreover, the villa supposedly owned by Zora was the smallest villa amongst all the villas in Beacon Top. However, even the smallest villa was already very big and luxurious for most people. Elaine could not help but ask, "Sister Zora, how much did you spend to buy this villa?" Zora was stunned for a moment before she hurriedly replied, "Oh, it did not cost me too much. I paid about $70 million for it. In fact, this villa did not belong to Zora at all. This villa was the property of a film and television company. After buying the villa, the film and television company had renovated it and turned it into an indoor filming location. Not too long ago, a television series called New Love Apartment was actually filmed and completed here. However, the television series was still in post-production, and it had not been officially broadcasted yet. The villa happened to be vacant after the television series was completed, and the film and television company would not be filming for another month. Therefore, they decided to temporarily rent out the villa to cover some of their cost. To set up this trap for Elaine, Lucy had rented this villa for $7,000 a day. She was prepared to cheat Elaine of all her money here because she wanted to take revenge on Elaine for humiliating and insulting her and Michael the other day. It would be best if she could also cheat Alex's villa out of Elaine. That way, she would be able to turn her life around immediately. Elaine did not know that all of this was simply a trap that had been laid out for her. She thought that she was really lucky to have met an acquaintance who would eventually develop into a long-term cash-making machine for her. Therefore, Elaine looked at Zora with a flattering expression on her face as she said, "Oh, Sister Zora, it would be really convenient for us to play mahjong together in the future. My family and I will be moving into my son-in-law's villa at Beacon Top next month." Zora had already long known that Elaine had a villa at Beacon Top. If it weren't because of that villa, she would not have agreed to work together with Lucy just to cheat Elaine of her savings. Zora was in her 50s, and she had been a croupier at a casino in Macau for more than 30 years. She was definitely good at all sorts of cards and gambling games, including poker and mahjong, which she was superb in. This time, Lucy promised Zora that she would provide her the technical support in the game, and that both of them would split the profits equally between them. Therefore, Elaine regarded Zora as her ATM, while Zora regarded her as a big fat pig that she could not wait to split into half. After that, she would be able to share the profits equally with Lucy.